All right. It's 7:45 in the morning, but why the hell not? I didn't do it yesterday. I was too busy. So got to catch up with getting this done before Halloween. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of doing this if I can't get it done before Halloween, right? So yeah, let's try and get this done. Model's done, I think, overall. I just got to add do some tweaks to the add some wraps around the legs and stuff, and then some UV mapping. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Just one, two, and I'm gonna add. I'll add that with texturing for the at the part. But yeah, everything else will be texturing. All the little stitches and little dips and valleys. That's just gonna be like that. And thank you for those watching again. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate it very much. And let's jump right in and get this thing sorted so we can get it rigged. And that's gonna be kind of gonna be the fun part because I want to show you some cool tricks with that. So yeah, just gonna start off with building out another Bezier curve. All right, let's grab one of those. And we're going to turn on snapping for a moment. Go to face snapping. I'm going to snap to this arm here. And then do the same thing on this one here. And we're going to just scale down that Bezier. Actually, I got a better idea. This is a cool idea. I'm going to grab this loop, duplicate, separate by selection, and it should be a loop there. That one there. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to separate that in a second. Let's turn off the snapping for now. Bounding box center. Wrap. Call that wrap. And what we're going to do is, oops, wrong one. All you're going to do is go into edit mode and just scale that up a little bit. And I'm going to duplicate that across a little bit. Scale it down. Bear with me, I know what I'm doing here. And then we're going to join them together. Delete edges. Delete these edges. And we're just basically going to create a spiral. So I'm going to grab these two, fill. And then we should have enough to do a wrap, like a mummy wrap. So something like that. I might duplicate that a little bit further. I could have done a spring as well. That could have worked as well. But 1,000 ways to do the same thing in Blender. And of course, if you have any messages, feel free to say hello. Sorry, I didn't see the multi-stream there. Good morning. Yeah. And welcome. Spooky action at a distance. I'm guessing that's what it's saying. Yeah, welcome to the stream. All right, let's grab that. I'm going to do one more thing here. And I'm going to rotate that a little bit, like so. I'm going to join this together. Cheers. Welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, cool. I think that should do the job. Let's soft select that. Thanks for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you. I don't know if they can see me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. YouTube subscriptions obviously are notified differently for different reasons than Twitch. All right, cool. So there's my. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, what we have here, we've got our little loop there. I'm going to save that. I'm going to convert that to a curve. And now, if we're lucky, we should just be able to go to the Geometry tab and extrude out some wraps. Ooh. Yeah, going well. First day out of full lockdown. It was yesterday, and we we were curious, so we went to the shops, and it was insane. It was just nuts because we haven't had retail open since like I don't know August. But yeah, it was nuts. It was an oddity to say the least. Yeah, not going to do that again. That's for sure. All right, let's see if this works. I'm going to shade smooth for that one. Then add a little bit of a bevel, so to add some thickness to this thing. Let's see, bevel. There we are. And we've got ourselves some decent wraps. We have to fix it up a little bit, but you know, still better than nothing. Could this be a way to make a Philly pie of a dress? Like a tennis dress? Maybe, yeah. I mean, like pom-poms, it could be used for that sort of thing, for sure. You'd probably be better off using an array or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making a wage, basically. I'm gonna unsubdivide some of these parts here, actually. Let's see. There's too many bits and bobs. Let's see, can I unsubdivide? Decimate curve, yeah. Only Bezier curves are supported. All right, let's change that to spline type Bezier. And then decimate curve. Can I do that now? There we go, that's better. Cool. That's a lot easier to handle. Now let's change that to vector and then to automatic. Now we have something. Have something going on there. Oops. Let's go into edit mode here and just change the tilt for everything to be 0. Let's see what happens. Otherwise, I can just get away with this with texturing, I reckon. For sure. I think I just made it too much. Fuck it. Let's just leave it as is. Thanks for the super chat. Jeez. I appreciate it, dude. Let's see. Let's try and get it to look a bit more consistent. There we go. All right, cool. Let's see here. Let's grab this. And I can go a little bit longer today, in case you're wondering. I can go a little bit longer with the chat today, the stream today. It's a Saturday after all. So yeah, probably to around. Let's see how I go, but probably to around 10 a.m. So it's another 2 hours if you guys are keen to stick around. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep on going because yeah, really need to get this one done. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? Yeah, Australia, man, Australia. Yeah, and this is not a normal thing to do on a morning in Australia either. This is just me getting shit done because I have to. All right, cool. There we go. Let's don't want to do the whole thing. Let's move that like so. I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens, like when the whole thing changes. There we go, cool. Yeah, so just slowly going through and just getting that wrap to look pretty cool. Doesn't have to be perfect, just good enough. It is a cartoon after all. Let's see how that looks. Sick. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pain in every software, but this one, at least you have some direct control. With ZBrush, I feel like you'd have to you'd be wrangling a interface that isn't really designed to have technical shit put into it like that. You know, that's what's I wouldn't say scared me off from using ZBrush. It's just that I can't stand the UI. Yeah, definitely got it wrapped up. But it's really nice to be able to do this with the renderer on, that's for sure, with Blender. Like, you can just kind of go, yep, that'll do. Sweet. That looks pretty sick. I want to duplicate that across now, so I'm going to duplicate this across. Shit balls. Set origin to geometry, and I'm going to move that to the leg as well. So, boom, 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 and you got yourself some fresh new wraps. And if you're wondering about the scale of the wrap on the leg, I can always just change the wrap size. Actually, I might turn that upside down. That makes more sense. Yep, sick. Cool. Going to change the thickness of that extrusion. That looks cool. And what can we do? Can we do a shrink wrap? I wonder. We can. Nice. All right. Cool. Too bad the it's too bad that the bloody mesh gets squished as well, along with the extrusion. That's a pain. What about here? What else can we do here? We can do a solidify. Okay, interesting. Let's try this out. Let's just go to the curve and turn off the extrusion on the bevel, and turn off the extrude there. And let's try and do a solidify. Does that work? Nah, it doesn't work. I knew it wouldn't work. Oh well. Let's do that and then apply. Yeah, let's apply the shrink wrap first. Then let's do the extrusion here. Yeah, sweet. That will work really well. I might do the same thing up there. All right. Rotate those. I might rotate this one a bit manually. There we go. And then we can do the bevel. Now that is something I have never done before, and I really like I really like that method, that's for sure. So much easier. Holy shit. There we go. Mad. Sorry, I'm just clicking I'm just trying to get the shape right. There we go. That looks pretty sick. Thank you for the follow. All right, cool. So there's our wrap for the legs. Now we can go in and smooth this a little bit. I think we can just go to curve. I think there's an option to curve smooth. Yeah. Smooth is, what is there? No, there's no fucking keyboard shortcut. That's weird. Let's make one. Assign shortcut. I'm just going to assign to quick. Assign shortcut. What can it be? What can it be? I have no idea. Let's go with Control 1. Yeah, that works. 6. Awesome. All right, cool. I'm going to leave it at that, I reckon. I'll tilt this one a little bit first, and then I'll be done. I promise I'll be done with these bloody wraps. Yeah, I always discover shit on the fly. It's just the nature of doing the work. There we go, that's better. Sweet. I think that's it for the rope. Now, ready for texturing, I reckon. Ready for texturing. So what we need to do is, that's a bit really thick actually. That was cool. Let's just get that looking a little bit less thick before we move on. Nah. Hard to wrangle. 0.001. Let's go with that. Huh? That's better. And now, finally, again, I'm just being a bit pedantic here. Let's just grab this and move it out. There we go. Sweet. Hey, how you doing? Welcome again. Appreciate joining this morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so in Australia at least. So for me, it's a bit early, but yeah, especially on a Saturday. All right, cool. Get this one done. There we go. Now I'm happy. That will do. All right, cool. So let's get this thing ready for texturing, because I really want to get this thing done for texturing. Let's I'm gonna make just a basic layout here. Just my lazy way of having a square previewer. Let's just go square, done, sweet. All right, let's select the character, isolate that character, turn off the background. There we go. Stuck with me now. It's all good. It's all good. If you're willing to watch, I can put up with you, I'm sure. Let's grab the ankle, mark seam. So I'm only going to do one half here, and hopefully the other half will come naturally, but we'll see. Let's do the base of the foot. Oops. Come on. Click, click, click. There we go. Click, 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 click. All right. Get that seams up and running. There we go. Mark seam. That should be fine. Get a seam over here. And then we're going to grab a seam up actually the back of the leg would be, middle of the leg will have to be done. So let's just go up through here. Oh god. Yes, they are. I'm gonna mark a seam here, mark a seam there, mark a seam. Let's see. We can probably get away with the back actually. I might do it here though. Now you understand why I'm not doing the other half in a moment. All right, so we're gonna do a seam on the side, like so. I'm gonna make a seam on the top here. Let's add a few loops there actually. Seam here, seam here. So the top comes off. I need to actually add a little bone at the top of her head as well. So we'll do that too. I'm going to do a seam down the arm, underside of the arm. That's all good. Oops, don't want to do a loop cut. Mark a seam here. Oops, shit. Mark a seam here. Oh, cool. Thanks, dude. As long as I'm entertaining, I'm happy with that. Hearing that out. All right, let's grab these. Mark. Oops, shit. Seam there. Also, may as well clean that up too over here. I forgot to clean that up. Let's just Control delete that. All right. For the hand, pretty straightforward. Just do the whole fucking thing. I'm gonna actually, it might be easy just to do that. So just gonna mark the seam there. Delete this part. Don't want it going through the whole body. Let's go like that. Delete seam. And over here as well. So don't want to have that either. Ah, fuck. Come on, do it. There we go. Made a mistake. Okay, there we go. Clear seam. Same thing on this side. So gonna keep it joined at the thumb. Any tips for weight painting the pelvis area? Depends on the area. I think at the back, a bit tricky with the back. I'd say I'd just say try and weight what you can. Yeah, this is what I usually do. I weight 100% around the weight to the hip joint, and then I smooth it out with making sure that I have normalized weights turned on, and then I just start smoothing between the legs and the upper body. That's basically how I do the hips at this point. Cool. Select mirror, side of active. Select mirror, delete seam. Now, for anything else, all this seam stuff, this should be enough to get started, except for this loop around the arm. Let's get that working. Mark seam. So we can go to select. Select by similar. We'll go by seam. Select mirror. And then that's a 7 failed. That's a pain. Mark seam. And I think most of it's done, apart from one little error. Boom. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you're in. Is this the toon shader, I'm guessing? Or is this something else? I'm assuming it's a toon shader. All right, UV unwrap, done. Sweet. Now I could go with a Udemy workflow here. I don't think I need to here. I think I'll be fine. It's not meant to be a super high poly, super high res texture. So let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit in terms of location. I could separate the toes as well, but I cannot be fucked. The hands look good, so I'm going to keep the hands like as is. There we go. Let's rotate this one. Rotate the whole thing. There's our legs. I think they're the legs or arms. We'll find out in Substance. And yes, we are going to do this in Substance. I'm not going to do this in Blender. I hate, not that I hate, I just don't like texturing in Blender. It's too slow. Once they improve the performance, then yeah, definitely can start using it more often. But I like using Substance. Sorry for the sacrilege here. Sorry for the sacrilege. It is half Halloween after all. So, all right, cool. There's the body shape done. Now for the arm, you may have remembered from yesterday, I actually used a bevel to cut out the arm. I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to save this now, and now I'm going to confirm that this is a point of no return with this model. I actually might save this as a new version. And delete. these faces. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that happened, but at the same time, they have been supporting it quite a lot. There's a lot of new shit that they've added to it, and yeah, it's been very useful, to be honest. Um, I don't like that my credits aren't moving over to like not yet at least. Center. Let's see, did that screw up the UVs there? I'm pretty sure it would have. No, it didn't. That's good. Awesome. For this middle part here, we're just going to grab. Oh, you will see. It will see. It will definitely speed up the process. No question. No bar held. No. It's like not even a race. It's just. It will blow. The speed of texturing out of the water compared to Blender. All right. Oops. And you'll see it. You'll see it. Like the fact that I've 812. It's 812 now. You will see a textured character by the end of this. I can almost guarantee it. I've been using Substance for ages, so I'm not too fussed about. Yeah. Oh, for how long? I'm not sure what the question is about there actually. Yeah. All right. So that's looking pretty good. Need to unwrap this stuff here as well. I'm just going to go ahead and just be lazy because I cannot be verbed. Going to go ahead and click on subdivision. It's going to apply everything basically. And just UV Smart Project. Why not? That looks pretty good. Happy with that. Done. All right. Bone. Yeah, that'd be fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, save. Pumpkin. Ooh, this one's tough. Part of me wants to unwrap it properly. Part of me wants to say get fucked. Let's just do this. Select the area that I want there. I'm going to push U. I'm going to click on. Yeah, the price hike is pretty shit. Let's go with a sphere projection. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That will do. Happy with that. Sphere projection is fine. I'm not too concerned about the inside because I'm going to use a different material for that in Blender. So I'm not going to be too fussed about the inside track of that pumpkin. And then let's smooth out some parts here. Let's just grab that. Again, I'm not too fast as long as it's not projecting on the front of the face. That's fine. Cool. That looks pretty sick. And for the inside of this pumpkin, let's grab this. This is still fine, but we can just unwrap that manually. Good morning. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Substance used to have a student license, didn't it? Yeah, that's a pain. That is true. All right, cool. So for the Solidify, I might just bring that down a little bit. Doesn't have to be that thick. That'll do. Cool. All right. Let's just get a little bit of overlap out of there. Oops. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, Quixel Paint is pretty good. Apart from, I don't know, there's some limitations there, but yeah, it is good. It is good. But like you said, it is a paint that doesn't include a baking system. I'm sure they'll do one in the future. I'm going to mirror that. All right, let's turn on the mirror there. Save that. On to, and did I overdo that? Yeah, I did. Shrink wrap, subdivision is kept off for now. Let's turn on the mirror. Done. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. Lovely. Let's do the strings now. The strings are a bit tricky because I think they are still, they're still curves. No, they're all right, they're good. Let's just, actually, I'm going to keep it as is. Fuck it. I think it'll be fine. Same with these ones. That's good. Sphere's fine. All right, cool. I think we're good to go for texturing. Let's get this one working though. Let's convert this to a mesh. Again, saving. No comment on my part. Let's go there. Cool. I'm not going to worry about the overlap. Should I? Let's just try and get this looking all right. Let's just, using soft select, let's just move that up a little bit and just hide the overlap. How's that sound? All right, cool. And finally, let's just grab that. Before I apply the modifier, I may as well make sure it's clean. All right, cool. I think that will do. Yeah, that will do. Sweet. It is Halloween after all. May as well. All right, cool. So there we go. The whole lot's done. I think everything's unwrapped. I can hide away that circle for now. I don't need that for now. Just light. Pumpkin light. Sweet. Hide that away. Blech. All right, cool. I think that's everything. I think it's all been unwrapped. I'm not too concerned about the... I got to apply these, actually. Convert to mesh. Convert to mesh. There's our mesh. That's looking all right. Convert this one to mesh. That one's looking okay. We're going to make sure these have their own materials. So we're going to give it wrap. Let's make sure that they're all copy material to selected. This one has the word body. This one is bikini. And these ones have to be called bikini strap, I think, because that would be different. Pumpkin head, obviously. Let's just get rid of those, except for that one. This one will be muscle. And bone. Let's see if we can actually... Yeah, we'll just go call this one bone. And I could combine those two together. Actually, I might just do that. I might just call this one muscle and bone. For this one here, let's just go ahead and create seams from UVs. Oh, okay, looks like shit. All right, let's just UV unwrap that properly. Yeah, that'll do the job. Shit. Oh, lazy. All right, let's just do that properly. Let's do that properly. Do I ever use color ID? Never. Personally. I barely know how to use them. I probably should learn how to use them though. Tool. UV squares, image. Sorry, looking for UV squares. There we are. Cool. Done. Now with the muscles, I'm just going to pack it all in. The bone doesn't have that much detail anyway, so I'm actually wondering whether I should, let's do this. Let's just see what happens when I UV square these as well. That work? There's a reason I'm doing this, is so when I do the muscles, it'll automatically get that contour. Yeah, that'll do. Select all, pack. And that would be fine, I think. There we go there. Sweet. All right, cool. So everything I think is ready to roll on the on this front. For these two, the UVs are exactly the same, so that's fine. Yeah, I would do one, but I feel like I'd be what's the word? I don't know enough about anime conventions to design a character that's anime style. Put it that way. And they are very picky, those fucking anime guys. So yeah, not saying that you are, but like in terms of style, the eyes and the proportions and all that sort of shit. Yeah, it seems to be very specific, and there's some rules that I just don't know. So that's my reason why I avoid the anime stuff for my tutorials. Before we move on, let's just make sure that I have at least something here. Oh, no, screw it. I don't need a texture for that. Fuck it. I'll live without it. I do need to lift the head up above the body, though. So head above the body, because she's not going to be wearing the head on her head. She's going to be holding it in her hand in the final image. So there we go. Whole thing's there. Save that. And let's move on. Let's see. We're going to exit. We're going to export that. Selected objects, mesh, geometry, apply modifiers turned on. That should be all good. Export. Yeah, it's even the normals. Like smoothing those normals is a real pain in the ass for anime. Like getting them to look really, really cool and slick. It's really difficult. All right, let's do this. Where are we? We are at still life rendering. No, wrong one. My bad. Where are we? Where's Halloween? Spook Week. There we are. Grab the FBX file. Boom. I'm gonna turn off everything. I think everything's good. Just 2048 is fine. There's our character. Sick. Let's see if everything's looking okay, just for the sake of our purposes. So we got the bikini. We got the straps. Let's see. With the bikini, I think I fucked that up already. Let's have a look. Bikini, and I want to get the little dots as well. So dots don't have UVs, I don't think. Oh, they do, but they're just overlapping everything. Classic. All right, so we need to actually grab the little circles that I've got here. Turn off the mirror modifier. Grab these circles here. And we need to do a unwrap. I think let's just scale them down. They don't need to have that much detail. It's going to put them in the middle there. That's my custom setup, man. That's my custom setup. That's not Adobe's. That's mine. All right, cool. So that should be all good now. That and that. Yeah, that's nice and safe. All right, re-export. Same settings. All right, cool. That should be better. Is there something else there? What the hell else is there? Fuck. Oh, the bra straps. Jesus. All right. Yeah, this is this is why it's good to make sure you're doing these things properly. Unwrap bra straps. If they're all the same material, they all overlap. So you need to make sure that they're nice and clean. Cool. That one's good now. That should be okay now, I think. All right, cool. One more. Let's try that again. Oops, wrong one. Come on. Come on. What else is overlapping? Something else is overlapping. Is it another fucking circle? That's fine. All the bra strap stuff. Ah, this one. This, okay. Bikini strap. So you gotta be careful with this stuff sometimes. Save that. Yeah, it is hard, but it just happens for it just comes naturally as you start to practice really. There we go, much better, nice and clean there. Try this one. Strap is good, body is not good. What the hell is that? Annoying. What is that part? The bone. Yes, it is classic. All right, and we want to put that on muscle and bone. Let's just double check to see if nothing else is broken. That's good. That's good. And that's good. Yeah, it's just that fucking bone. Yeah. There is a bone in her body. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just got to I've just changed it over. So there it is there. It's been fixed. Let's do another export. Re-import that. All right, now that should be all good. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's looking good. Sick. Okay, there we go. Did I do the ref by myself? Yes, I did. And I've supplied it on my Patreon. If you want to use it, it's up there. If you want to sign up. Cool. Let's grab. But to save this now. So just goes to show you how much crap I have here. Sorry, just getting lost in my own shit. There we are. I do a lot of things. Oh, cheers. Yeah, baking is a lot easier. When you just do procedural shit and then you kind of like, yeah, all right, let's just do it that way. All right, let's make a new folder. Call this texture or text. And let's get started. All right, file name is going to be Spook. Again, server. Cool. Save that. All right, let's start with the body. We're gonna bake down the textures. So let's go ahead and bake those mesh maps. I'm gonna do it at a reasonably high resolution. And let the magic begin. What? Auto pose last night. Yeah, I used Mixamo for that. Maya is more robust, I'll put it that way, with the UV tool set, but it's not as reliable in a way. Like it doesn't, yeah, it's a weird one in that regard, actually. Cool. I think I actually might disable the modifiers for baking, actually. I don't know. Yeah, let's just disable the modifiers. I'm going to turn that off. I don't think we need the extra geometry anyway, so I'm just going to make it run a bit faster. So I might just do that again and do a rebake. Just so I don't have the overlapping meshes fucking with the procedural stuff that I want to do in this app. All right, cool. Done. I think it's done. Yep, thickness is done. That's all good. Sweet. That's looking pretty sweet at the moment. Yeah, I reckon we're good to go. Now, let's get texturing. Again, I might, yeah. All right, I know what I'm going to do this time. I will keep the subdiv on at least, but disable other things like Solidify. I know I'm doing things on the fly here, so yeah, I'm just making shit up as I go. So with these, I might just disable the Solidify in the render. Subdivision is turned on there. Oh, I don't even have a Solidify there. Interesting. I just want to make sure that the bikini and the pumpkin don't render them out. Solidify's off. Yep. Safer. Yeah. I think everything else should be fine. Again, I'm gonna trial and error, man. Trial and error. So grab that again. Let's keep it. Oh wait, I've got to turn on the setting of. It'd be nice to just have. Oh wait, you can just have subdivision stuff. I wouldn't mind just have that turned on. Cool. Let's do that again. That looks much better. No Solidify there. That's fine. I might get some artifacting there with the overlap, unfortunately, but I think we'll deal. But let's bake those out. Cool. Come on, let's do this. See how long it takes a lot longer when you have a higher res mesh to bake out these textures in Substance. All right, cool. Now, let's get started with the body. So I'm just going to start with a brand new layer. I barely even use like textures anymore for certain things. I end up just making them on the fly here. So I'm going to start off with a new fill. I'm going to give it a blue color. Because I want it to be sort of undead. Change the roughness to be a little less. Well, she's actually in water, so she should have a little bit of wetness on it. Like so. I'm going to duplicate that one. I'm going to make this one darker. And then I'm going to add a mask. Going to use a generator, set it to ambient occlusion, and then invert that so I can get some shadowing around the areas that I want. So there we go, like so. So already we've got a little bit of nice, got some nice shadowing around the arms and stuff like that. Yeah, layering system, it's like Photoshop. It's just nice to have. I'm going to add a fill layer now inside this mask. Well, not a fill, a paint layer. It's going to paint away the shadowing around the crotch area. There we go, cool. Doesn't need to have it that strong around that area, so oh, let's turn on mirroring. What am I doing? Yeah. Turn that off around there. Sweet. I can also go with a slight opacity on that part here and just make it a little bit more subtle. Everywhere else is fine though. Cool, so we already got a little bit of shadowing around areas, so that's nice. Let's add a little bit of life, even though she's undead, with a little bit of red overtones. So I'm going to add some red, pink. That's a good question. Would they have a tan? Depends on how long they've been in the sun, I guess. Going to add another black mask. Going to add another generator. This time I'm going to add a curvature. And I'm going to just manipulate that a little bit. Balance. Blur. Let's just play with the curvature a little bit. Bring down the soft features. Medium features are good. Large features, let's manipulate those a little bit. Big features, turn those off. I don't want the big features. So I just want to get enough to like sort of get those moments of highlights there. Playing with the contrast as well to get that sort of effect. And then we're going to add a filter and a blur. And let's just blur that out a little bit. Cool. Now I'm going to change the color a little bit as well. So it's not as strong. Maybe a bit more purpley. There we go. That's looking pretty sick. So you can see this, adding those little features is really, really useful. Turn off the roughness. It's all about just the color with this one. Yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. All right, cool. And then we can actually go in and manually add a little bit of color as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of a darker blue around the thighs and stuff like that. I'm so close to my first 3 minutes of animation. Then I note something wrong. Why me? What's wrong with it? Oh, let's increase the opacity on that brush. So I'm just going to add a little bit of... This is my lazy way of doing my texturing, by the way. Adding a bit of suntan on those arms and the shoulders. So there we go. Bit on the breasts. There we go. Maybe a little bit there. Obviously some on the bum. In some parts you just can't avoid the clipping. So I'm going to go, when I finish texturing this, I'm going to actually go into Blender and blend those together. Okay, and some on the back. All right. So right click, let's go ahead and add a filter. I'm going to add a blur. And I might actually go ahead and increase the drawing around that area. It's all procedural as well, so I can actually go in and just add more if I wanted to. So that's nice. So I might actually go with, right. Yeah, you might have to go with a different projection then. All right, let's just change that color to something else. Maybe something brighter instead. That'd be right. That actually looks kind of cool. That sort of pinkish hue, so almost transparent. That was kind of cool. I'm gonna keep that there. Keeping in mind my drawing on the side as well. I might actually open that up. So yeah, gonna get those little stitches in there, and the wraps are all looking cool. So looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna save that as well. Make sure I save that. Let's see, what else can we do here? Let's add some color variation. So where we have this arm here, I'm going to add another layer underneath. Duplicate. This one's going to be a bit darker, like so. I'm going to add a mask here. I'm going to start painting in that area. So you'll understand what I'm going to do here in a moment, but let's paint that hand. Quite happy with this hand. Looks pretty cool. Paint it all in. Oh shit, I got mirror turned on still. I don't want mirror in this case. I want mirror off. So again, let's go ahead and do the hand here. This the right hand? Yeah, sweet. So making sure I'm using the right hand. Paint on this side. And now I want to cut it like that. There we go. Because what I'm doing, I'm going to create the area where her hand has been stitched on. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Now, with the material here, I'm going to just go to the height and just whoop. Get that going over there. So we have this like height differential. There we go there. And I'm going to do the same thing with a brand new material in this case. So save this. Make a brand new material. This time it's only going to be the roughness and the normals that I need. And I'm going to make the height in a negative. I'm going to add a mask. And then I'm just going to draw the dip. And if I don't like it, if it's too low res, I might just put it to 4K. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try and live with 4K for now. Work with 4K. I'm not being too perfect about this. Again, it's meant to be cartoony, so I'm not too concerned about it being ultra realistic. The nice thing about this as well, that is if I want to, because I've drawn this line, I can actually, and because it's procedural, I can actually turn on the color again and give this a darker color. So maybe something like that. So yeah, looking pretty cool so far. Again, if you want to add any questions, feel free to ask away. So there's our cut off arm for now. Let's do another one on her leg, between her leg and her thigh. So I can actually repeat this method as well with this part here. So let's go ahead and let's do another part with her foot. And I can actually use, with this case, I might actually use this tool here, polygon fill. Whoop. Done. There's our other foot coming through. And with this one, it's a little bit more tricky. We have to actually manually draw that in. So let's see what I can do. But for the person who asked about whether or not whether this app is more quicker than Blender, can you start to see what I mean by how much faster it is to get stuff done? It's insane. All right, cool. We can also override this is a nice thing as well. You can override the bump map. So if we go to height and go to replace, it will work. Normal, replace, and there we go. Nice clean cut on the arm. Not the one who asked, but this is way faster. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. All right, so we got those basic attributes done. I'm going to do her thigh now. So her thigh's got a lighter color. Let's go ahead and do her other one. And I just want to see what the color looks like there. I can probably, again, the cool thing about this is that it's completely procedural. So if I want to ramp up her color, I can actually color sample her color here and get something like that. It actually looks kind of cool. Something a bit more contrasty. So there we go. That's looking pretty sweet. Because it's meant to be different body parts, like from different corpses. So I'm gonna add stitching on top of that to make it look like they've been stitched together. So that's why I'm gonna do another one here, but for the thigh. So duplicate, remove mask. She's undead with stitched limbs. Would your hand look the same and detached for a while? Exactly, right? So gonna just use a mask for this one. So using the polyfill as well makes it really quick and easy to select your mask, create masks, and do all kinds of cool stuff like this. So I'm gonna I might actually extend it down further to like there, as the drawing intended. So all the way down. It would be weird to have a cut between two parts. Yep, that's it. And then I'm going to give this one a different color. So let's go ahead and play with that color there. Yep, like so. Starting to get there. Let's go ahead and add the stitching. Now, it's funny that it feels like I've been been doing this for a lot longer in the last. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for. Fuck, I can't even see the number. Where am I? An hour and 4 minutes. It feels like I've been doing it for way longer. This is what I would have done in a regular morning on a Monday or something like that. But it just goes to show you just how quick, once you got the model done and like once you've got things done, things start to wrap up pretty quickly with the like texturing and stuff if you know what you're doing. Like you get like progress is very quick with Substance Painter. Oh fuck. Let's go ahead and add that down here. Cool. Got a cut there. Yeah, 15 minutes or so. Gonna do a cut here. There we go. And we're starting to get something that looks really cool. All right. What else do I need to do? So I noticed that I forgot to fill in some parts of the fingers here. So let's go ahead and do that. No, wrong one. It was this one. Sorry, just trying to find out where my fingers are. This one. Is that one? Sorry, just trying to get the colors right. This one. Fuck. Sorry, just mixing and matching colors you can get lost sometimes. I should label my layers, but I'm very lazy in that regard. Cool. So we're getting there. Got some cool stuff going on. Now what we can do is we can add some more detail on the stitches here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this into a folder at the moment and call this body. At least I know that all these layers are associated with that. And then I'm going to add a new layer now on top of everything and call this stitching. And again, we're going to go with black masks. We're going to add, in the settings here, we're going to give it a little bit of a yellowy color, a slight yellow color. And we're going to increase that height significantly. Change the base color to height. Set the overlay to replace. Set the normal to replace. And then go with the base color here. So now what I'm going to do is just start drawing the stitching. And you can see the stitching will actually take on and overlap the body here. So again, I'm not going with super detail here. I'm going with cartooniness. Cartooniness is what matters. So, and the cool thing about Substance is that it also has, like if I wanted to do like realistic stitches, I could do that too. I can actually go in and just draw it like a brush. And there's our stitching for the first one. Let me show you a little trick with the other one. Let's go to the brushes tab. And if we go to stitches, stitches 1. Right now it's just going sideways. We can increase the size of that brush. So right now it's just sideways, right? But we can actually rotate the, we should be able to rotate the brush. Whatever it's called. Attributes, no. I think it's like, oops, let's rotate. I always forget the shortcut for rotating the brush. There we go. Ah, come on. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. And check that out. How cool is that? Just go straight up like that. Just got to increase the opacity of the flow. And there you got some pretty cool stitches. Just got to and manipulate things as needed. We can change this squeeze. We can change the hardness, make it rounder. I forgot how to change the yeah, that's what we want. And we can change the thickness. Let's go with that a little bit less. In the brush settings as well, we can keep it the spacing to be a little bit less as well. So let's go with 40. And we got ourselves some pretty good stitches. We can also go with rounder stitches as well. Let's see what we've got here. Do we have any rounder ones? Yeah, that one's better. Yeah, that's better. Let's go with a bit of more spacing there. I'm trying to like just change the rotation. There we go. That's better. So if I wanted to do like procedural stitches, I can. I like the hand-drawn ones, but you can see here that you have the option at least. So I'm just going to go back to my original plan of just drawing them properly. Because I like them. I like them that way. I like the cartoony ones. So yeah, just drawing those stitches. Giving me some variation in those lines as well. Keep it dynamic and fun. I can also turn off the pressure sensitivity if I want to. Just bring it down to 0.5. Oh, sorry, not that much. Yeah, maybe 0.3. There we go. Yeah, so keeping it chill. Like I'm enjoying the unevenness of the stitches. There we go. There's a stitching for that one. What do you guys reckon so far? Looking all right? Just going through and adding more stitches around the leg. Yeah, sick. Yeah, you need it. It adds the right kind of silliness to it all. And I can make them darker or lighter. The nice thing about this is that it's completely procedural. So if I wanted to make them darker stitches or lighter stitches, I could. Like so. So I have the option. I'm going to keep it light for now. All right. Let's do the same thing for... oh, I forgot one area. Let's do this one. Let's get this one up and running. Oh, a bit too close. Let's just go back here. So yeah, we're gonna add all kinds of detail to this character. That ones that weren't even in my sketch. So I'm gonna add like freckles and like bumps and bruises and shit too. So like let's save that out. So here let's play with a little bit of color in the body. So I'm gonna add another fill on top. I'm gonna give it that sort of turquoise color again. In this case, add a black mask again. I'm only going to use the color for this. And then I'm going to use the, I'm going to use some sort of freckly brush to like dots, to like draw in some detail. I can make that darker too. Let's just make those a little bit darker. There we go. Get some freckles in there. And once we've done that, we'll start to add some more We'll add some more variation as well later on. Freckly boobies, why not? Get some freckles in the thighs. Get some in there, maybe some there. And of course on the shoulder, on the forearm as well, so let's just get that in there. So yeah, it's really versatile, this tool. If you haven't used it before, it's like, it's a lifesaver, guys. It's a lifesaver. All right, cool. Now we can start to add some more stuff like, let's see. I'm pretty sure I have them installed, but I'm not sure if I do. I used to have all the skin ones installed, like all the like the gashes and bruises and shit. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna save this for now. Let's pop into the Adobe Substance source. So yeah, let's go in and download some extra materials. All right, so let's see, my assets, collections. So they have a skin section here somewhere, organic. And you can actually download, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Massive, the libraries are huge. Ooh, I can add some coral to her skin. I might do that too. I'm gonna download this one. Let's make sure they're going into the right folder. So Painter, let's just see where these things are being stored in. Show in Explorer. Cool. Copy. I'm going to download directly into the Substance. The cool thing about the way that Substance works with the materials is that when you install them, they just start working inside the app. So I can actually just yes, I do. Classic. I hate Windows sometimes. It's so annoying. Let's go ahead and just put these on the desktop for now. Or in the, yeah, just put them in the desktop for now. Just save those there. Download that. Let's get this one, Skin Crust Wound. So you can get all kinds of weird shit in Substance. So I'm going to get the carbonized flesh. Let's go with Suture Scar. That can work too. Saving all those. Yeah, they're huge. Wild Scar, let's go with that one. I would go with like skinish textures, but again, still meant to be a cartoon, so I'm not going to go too crazy with adding like normal maps and bump maps and stuff like that, but I can download these if I wanted to. Nah, I'm not going to bother with the actual skin. Well, it can be a bit, they're pretty realistic, that's the thing. Let's see, crumpled skin. Oh, that could work. Save as. I'm going to get this one as well. Let's see, what else can we get? Frog skin. Zombie blood meat. That could be cool. Let's get that one. Zombie burnt scars. So there's tons of stuff we can go with. I'm going to go with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it does, actually. It does look pretty cool. Might be able to play with that a little bit, actually. I might download that. Same with the the alien flesh, we can actually play with that a little bit too. Not with the eyes. Let's go with the flesh. Let's see, what else can we grab? I think that will do. I think that will do for us at the moment. And we can adapt these pretty well as well. Shaved hair. Bed sore. Let's download that one. I don't even want to look at it myself because not that I get squeamish, but I just don't want to see it. Infected cuts. That'd be perfect. I think that's everything that we need. I do like the coral. The coral's cool. We can add that to the character. These barnacles, I'm going to add them to the character as well. Sort of go a little bit more Pirates of the Caribbean style. All right, cool. So we got all those materials. Let's grab them from the my desktop and move them across. So all those cut and paste it into here. Just paste them in there. Fuck it. Yes, continue, you stupid piece of shit. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the painter now. We'll load them all in. And there they go. So let's have a look at this crumpled skin and see what happens. Let's just add it into the list. Oh yeah, that could work. Let's play with the scale. I think I might just use the height in this in part to play with that. Let's just go with. Obviously, I don't want to make it too strong. All right, cheers. Thank you for that. And we can just like let's see what we can do with this crumpled skin. Let's just see what the scar density does. There we go. That looks kind of cool. Got some scars in there. Skin grain density. Ooh, it's a bit too much. Just trying to see what these different things do. Skin roughness. No, I don't need that one. Actually, I'll hide that one for now. Let's try this bloody meat, because I can use that around the edges of the and it's going to take a moment to think. I should probably go back to down to 2K. Yeah, it's processing. Will it inherit? Come on. Hopefully it will inherit the yeah, sweet. Perfect. So what we can do is we're going to scale that down. Gross. And then we're going to add a black mask, and we're going to actually draw in that around the head and the body. So basic hard brush. Let's go ahead and add that to there. There we go. Over here as well. And we can probably make that look a bit more, even more, I know, right? Succulent. Gonna add that to the head now as well. And you'll see that there's seams here, so we can probably get away with a change in the projection of the head. We can also change the color of that blood color to be more. Can we get it more red? See what happens. It's running really. It's a really intense. It's a really intense looking material. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, looking all right. Base pattern. Oh, that's cool. Got chopstick and muscle fiber as 2 different intensities. Let's have a look and let's try adding that same material to the muscle then. That could work. There. Change that to chopstick muscle fiber. Ah, nice. It does work. Nice. See how it's like getting that nice thing going on there? Is this base skin baked or painted or both? Both. It's yeah, using a bit of both. I'm going to get this a little bit more stylized. I'm going to bring down the texture resolution a little bit just to make life easier. Oh, it's already at 2000. That's good. Let's save that. I'm going to give it a bit of a pinky color in line with the idea of my sketch. So there we go. Meat color. Let's give that. Oh, it looks a bit fatty. Crust color. What does this do? So yeah, just playing with all these different features. Might be worth going with meat color there. Crust color lighter. And then let's see what we can do about playing with those features. Crust wet spread. What's that do? Blood roughness. Have you ever used Guilty Gear style texturing? That's mostly done through the shaders more than anything else. So yeah, there's a little bit of that in my own materials that I build for my characters, but yeah, apart from that, not really. We could find bone as well, so I might look at some bone there as well. Oh, cheers! I just need it. If I did a course like that, I'd have to actually learn how to I'll have to learn how to actually do animate. So I'm gonna save that on the file. Got some bone there now. Let's grab that desktop bone, drag it in, and I'm going to add it to the shelf. Add it to the full library. Let's go ahead and do that. It's material. There we go. Cool. All right, so we're going to add the bone to the that part there. Making sure that the black mask, we can actually fill in that whole thing as an island, a texture island. Boom. We've got ourselves our bone. Now for the bone, I'm going to increase the color of that, make it a bit more bone color. Yeah, the outline is difficult to pull off if you are unfamiliar with the way it works. Yeah, it can be pretty tricky. And it's actually more intensive on the computer resources than you think. There we go. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's funny how you got like this weird mix of realism and like cartoony shit sometimes, but yeah, it will do. All right, so for the rest of the body, I've got some extra stuff here, so need to just find it all. So it's, in this case, it would be burnt scars, bubble skin. Let's see what happens when I add that to the character. Not much going on there, unless I scale it down. Let's see what happens if I scale that down. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, bubbling skin. Yeah, it's okay. Don't like it. Let's have a look at the, what's the other ones I just downloaded? It was, yeah, square UVs, you get less, it's a trade-off. Let's see. Let's add those coral. Is it coral? Yeah, these ones. Yeah, that's thinking. It's an intense one. Probably should have started with the skin scars and stuff like that all over her body. It's thinking. If you don't see it, it's just like hanging there, thinking about the material. I should have brought it down to 2K. Shit, that's kind of cool though. Very psychedelic. Let's bring down the texture resolution a little bit. All right, let's grab this and I'm gonna add that. I will keep it in there. What I'm gonna do is play with the height range. That's good. What I might try and do is add a black mask, and I'm gonna use a smart material to do this. Let's see what we can do. Moss from above. And then we're gonna just play with it a little bit, just a little bit on her like her body. Let's go ahead and add just a little bit of edit on that mask. Let's go ahead and change the level. I can even get rid of the color. So if I don't like the color, I can just like play with that too. So I might even just give that a bit of a, yeah, that was kind of, ooh, that was kind of cool. Kind of like sea creature-y of sorts. Let's see, tips color. What's this do? Ah, yeah, cool. That was kind of sick. I think I'll play with that a bit more, but we can also change the mask a little bit further as well. Something like that looks really sweet. With the way that the mask is working, I just want to see if I can just project it. Let's see what happens when I use triplanar. That looks better. Kind of, yeah, it looks better there. Awesome. Yeah, gives it a bit of a weird. I'm not sure if it's going to contribute or detract, but I think I kind of like it around the arms though. So where she has it there, I think it's going to look really cool. I'll probably remove it from her stomach and from like other areas. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's get this looking really shiny though, as well. Cool. Yeah, that looks cool. All right, I'm gonna add a paint layer here. I'm gonna remove some parts of that as well. So just remove parts, make it soft brush. Stroke opacity, just bring that down a little bit, and let's just remove this from, I don't know, these parts here. Make it less intense at least. Just want to add a little bit more randomness to this thing. Make it in keeping with like a zombie-like effect as well. So almost like as if it's like growing on her. Could be kind of cool. Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. I think it looks pretty fun so far. All right, cool. Kind of keep that one there. I think that looks all right there. Keep the ones around the shoulder. I think the back looks pretty sweet too. So I might actually use a more natural looking brush to cut away from yeah, make it feel a little bit more in line with that. I'll probably have to wrap it up soon, but we're getting there. Definitely getting there. Tomorrow I'll probably have to do some more tonight before tomorrow, because tomorrow in Australia is Halloween Day. So definitely want to get at least some stuff done. Get the whole thing, good and ready for America at least. Still smashed though. Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do. All right, cool. So we're getting there. More streams, dude. I've done it every day this week. Alien growth, brain cells. Yeah, cool. Let's add that in a different part of the leg. So let's go ahead. Ooh, that looks cool. Let's overlay the color. Oh shit, that looks insane. Let's go ahead and add some craziness to this. So cell color A. Cell color B. Ooh, that looks cool. Let's go with the original color on the character. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Holy crap. Let's just see what it looks like without the color. All right, let's try and just overlay that, see what happens. Ooh, that looks cool. What do you guys think? That looks really sick, like really weird and fun. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and play with this one a little bit then. Let's go to the attributes, the projection. Let's make this triplanar and play with the scale. That looks cool. Don't want to overdo the color though, so I want to at least give it a little bit less intensity, because I want to still keep in the I still want to keep in the colors of the legs and stuff like that in there. That's looking mad. What do you guys think? I think it's looking really cool. All right, cool. What else can we do? Let's have a look at some skin stuff. We need to find some blisters or something like that. Flesh carbonized, that could work. Just cuts, that's what I need. I need those cuts. So I'm going to add some cuts now. Just see what we can do here. This one I'm going to remove the color. Can I get rid of the color? No, it doesn't quite look good. Let's have a look at the color, if we have any parameters here for skin color. Redness. Let's give it a blue color. Almost want to give it, let's just bring this all the way down. That's looking cool. Let's give it underneath everything. Let's just give it, yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. Yeah, I like that. It's nice and subtle. It's not overdoing it. And I can get away with like repeating the texture as well, which is also nice. Let's go triplanar again. Change the scale. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. All right. I'm probably overdoing the zombie stuff because it's meant to be kind of cartoony and carefree, but who cares? We're having fun with it anyway. So we can also like add a little bit of a smart mask to this one to give it a little bit more subtlety. So in the masks, let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go with just trying to find something that uses ambient occlusion. That's a bit too strong. So just playing with the grunge, playing with that sort of stuff. Kind of like it as it was before, but I think this could work as well. I kind of liked it as it was, actually. Don't like that one. Let's undo that. Let's get rid of that. Let's in this case, let's add a generator instead and go with a ambient occlusion. Let's invert that. Oh no, let's go with that. Change the balance. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool now. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really useful to have for sure. Guarantee it. You love it. It's so good. All right, cool. Just for the sake of brevity, and I'm gonna wrap it up soon, I think, um, because I've been talking for like hours at this point. Um, I'm going to show. I'm gonna do the bikini. So the bikini is pretty simple. We're just gonna go to the materials, type in fabric, and I think I should have something that could work for us. Polyester. We want to go with something kind of nylon. Nylon webbing could work. Let's see. We'll go with that could work. That one there, honeycomb. So you have a lot of choices when it comes to materials here. So let's just go and add that in there. Scale that down. Give that orange color that we wanted it. Oh, like I wanted it as. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh no, it's purple. No, it's pink. Pink. That's what it was. I can't remember now. Oh no, it was orange. I'm such an idiot. There we go. Okay, nice. And we can do the same thing with the strings, but I'm going to keep the strings as white, I think. I'm going to go ahead and add some white borders on this bikini. So I'm going to add a brand new material, make it white. And I'm going to add a black mask and just paint in the mask. But yeah, it's really fun doing this sort of stuff. Like, I usually hate texturing, but when I use Substance, it's so much better. Like, I just enjoy using it over anything else. Yeah, and I have to texture the pumpkin as well. I'll start with the basics at the moment. Let's turn on mirroring again. Oops, too far. Add a black mask. Let's see. Can I actually get away with? I think I can. Just filling that in. kind of hard to see. I think I might just paint it in. Paint in that little seam. Might be easier to do it here because like there's one thing that Substance is really annoying with is that its projection can be a bit tricky to work with. Go with UV. That's better. Ugh, I hate when that happens. I'll fix that manually later. So yeah, making sure that the normal map in this case is replacing. Same with the height, replacing. I'm going to bring that height up a little bit so we have a bit of a seam. Keep the roughness at medium, and then just paint in those extra bits. So yeah, just going ahead and grabbing that. And I'll fix up that front in a minute, but let's just get this working. It's a little bit of contrast there, you know what I mean? Looks much better. Cool. And I'll fix up that front now. So I'm just going to invert my brush. Hopefully it doesn't erase anything else. There we go. There we go, there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bra. And that is that, I think, with the character's bikini. I'm not going too crazy with that one. I could like make it look like it's decaying or falling apart, but I think in the case of the readability, it will work just fine. And the straps can also be white as well, so I don't have to worry about doing the materials for that one. But if I want to, just basically just add a white material. Done. There we go. Now for the straps, I don't know if I have any fabric that will work, but we'll try. Let's try and find a wrap texture. So again, going into fabrics. Something that looks, well, that kind of, I think the stylized wool will actually work here. Let's just do that and play with the scale. Need to decrease the bump height. Let's just go with height instead. Decrease the intensity of that height. If I don't like that one, I might go with something else. Let's try. Yeah, clean bikini, that's it. Let's just go with something else then. Let's try, oh, cotton skirt, that will work. Cotton shirt. Yep, that will work well. Let's just bring down that intensity a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. Gonna bring that to another color. Let's go with, gonna keep it white because I want to keep it like kind of recognizable. Now I'm wondering whether or not I should add band-aids because I got band-aids all over the character as well. All right, let's go with, let's see if they have any band-aids or like What would you call them? Band-aids. Oops, plaster. If not, I'll just make my own one. No, don't have anything. That's all right. We'll just make our own. So on the body, I just want to do one last thing, and that was add a few band-aids. So let's add a new fill. Let's add a black mask. And I think I know what to do. I'm gonna grab the brush. And let's just add on top of this everything. I draw on the top. Oh, right, that's right. Yep. So it's a cartoon band-aid. Make sure that the height is replacing this one as well. And give us a color. Let's go with kind of a yellowy kind of color there. Or maybe the orange kind, the old orange kind band-aids. Let's see what happens when I do that. And actually, I could actually probably use a fabric for that. So if I go back to this and change it to fabric, and we'll just find something that just kind of looks like the fabric on a band-aid, like polyester. Yeah, that looks cool. That will do. Just got to remove the it's got to replace the knolls. Let's see, replace height, replace. What else can I replace? Roughness, replace. Not working, is it? Ah, it's a pain. Ah, fuck it, doesn't matter. I'll worry about that later. For the pumpkin head, pretty straightforward. Let's go with an orange color. And then we're going to try and use the curvature to create the troughs. So let's try and duplicate that and give that a darker color. So I'm going to go with a darker purpley color. Add a mask. This time I'm going to use the generator and the curvature. Let's see what we can get. If that doesn't work, let's try the ambient occlusion. Oops. So global balance. Let's see. False. Let's try and get this contrast working. I'm not sure if it's going to work with the peaks and troughs here. Kind of worked, but not quite. Balance. Yeah, it doesn't quite work here, but we can actually add, we can still work with that a little bit here. We're going to keep it. We're going to give it a bit of a more yellowy, warmer color to start off with. That will do. We'll do the same thing with the curvature. So black mask, generator, curvature. And you can see what I mean by inverting that. So we can get that sort of, there we go, global contrast. So I'm going to probably use an actual blur filter in this one. Filter, blur that out a little bit. There we go. Start to get those sort of shapes and colors. And I may have to just go through and manually add some lighter color as well. So maybe some yellowish colors. And just go through and just manually add a little bit of highlights. So just there. Yeah, it's based on the object curvature. So it's based on the geometry. So when you bake it, that's what you're doing in Substance. You're baking based on the geometry. All right, cool. You mean pumpkins, right? There we go. There we go. A little bit there, 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 there. Boop, boop. Hey, how you doing? Let's add a little bit of a filter. We're going to blur that to hell. And there we go. We've got some nice height there. We've got some nice contrast there, sorry. And if I wanted to, I can actually add some height there as well. I can actually increase the height of those areas to accentuate certain areas. Make it more intense. So there you go. Now we really have a pumpkin looking crazy. This one doesn't need the height though. Yeah. So there we go. We've got some pumpkin looking stuff at the moment. I think that looks pretty cool actually. As for detail now, we can probably add a little bit of roughness. So if we found some fruit, yeah, they kind of work in tandem inside of this software. Just had a brain fart. All right, cool. Increase the roughness there. Cool. Yeah, let's. Do you guys want to see what this looks like now in Substance in Blender? I can keep on going, but I need to wrap it up. So, you guys want to see me export this out and see what it looks like before I wrap up? Yeah, I'm assuming yes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and export this out. Sorry, I'm just realizing that there's a lag between these this chat and me talking, so there's always going to be a bit of a delay. All right, so let's export these textures. We're going to go with 2K at the moment. Body, that's looking all good. I'm going to stick with the standard template. Make sure it's set to the make sure it's set to the right export folder. Where is it? Fuck. All right. Where's my YouTube tutorials? Documents. I get lost in my own shit all the time. Spook Week. Texture. Select. Export. Cool. All that's sorted. Let's save that file. Let's go back into Blender. Let's turn on, I'm going to turn on cycles for this one because I want to use, I want to see how it looks with the subsurface scattering. So let's go to the shader editor, select the body, Control Shift T with Node Wrangler, body. Where are we? Body, 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 body. Yeah, there we are. Base color, height, normal, roughness, and metallic. Why not? And I'll bring down the subsurface a little bit. Let's remove those lights so they're less intense. That's looking pretty sick. Cool. Let's do the head. Let's just delete all that crap. And let's go with the head. So strap, pumpkin, there we are. Head, height, metallic, normal, roughness. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot that I had displacement on this thing. So let's turn that off. Let's give that a scale of 0.001. I forgot all about that one. Yeah, muscle textures. Let's do bone and muscle. Muscle and bone. Metallic, normal, roughness. Boom. There it is there. And we got our straps. Oops. Let's go with wrap, base color, height, normal, roughness, metallic. There's our wraps. Just through my email or through my website, connect contact. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add the bikini. Let's see the height, base color, normal, roughness. I'm using Node Wrangler plugin. So Control Shift T. Oh, I think that'll do. And there we go. If I bring that back down a little bit, bring back that light. Where's the circle light? I thought I called it light. Where did I put it? Not pumpkin light. There we are. Cool. Let's see how it looks like in Eevee anyway. Let's go to view camera. Let's do a screenshot. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't really played with it yet, actually. But yeah, definitely planning on giving it a go. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's looking pretty cool. Eevee makes short work of a you know. Yeah, for sure. Definitely makes everything look better. Yeah, that's looking pretty sick. Yeah, I really like the way it looks in Eevee though. It looks so good in Eevee. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there because tomorrow I'm going to have to get this thing rigged and ready for posing. So let's hope we have time. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there.